numericals on intensity and amplitude of light wave, guys. Let us go for the first sum here in this particular module. You can see that the question is about two current sources whose intensities are in the ratio 81:1, and this produce interference fringes. We need to calculate the ratio of intensity of maxima to minima in this fringe system. So guys, what is given in the data? We can say that intensity ratio, that is I1 upon I2, is given as 81/1, and we need to find out the ratio of max to minimum, that is I max to I minimum. What is the formula we will be going for it? The basic formula of I max upon I minimum is nothing but A1 plus A to the whole square upon A1 minus A to the whole square. Now, let us use this formula and let's go for it. We can say that I1 upon I2 is 81:1, and therefore we can say that A1 square upon A2 square is 81:1. Now, we are having square of something. Let us say, take square root. On taking square root, A1 would be equal to 9 times of A2. Now this is the value of A1 in terms of A2 we are having here. We can substitute this in formula, and we can say wherever there is A1, substitute it as 9 times of A2. And I max upon I minimum now would look like 9A2 plus A to the whole square upon 9A2 minus A to the whole square. By doing this simple formula, by doing this simple mathematical operation, we can say I max upon I minimum is equal to 10 times of A2 square upon 8 times of A2 square. 10 square is 100, 8 square is 64. By simple multiplication and division, we can say I max upon I minimum would be equal to 25:16. So this is what is the numerical amount to find out ratio. Now, second numerical. The second numerical is, guys, about I max minus I minimum upon I max plus I minimum. Now, what is this formula would be going for? The second numerical is about I max minus I minimum upon I max plus I minimum. Now guys, this is given with just a single data, that is A1 upon A2 is equal to X upon Y. You need to find out the ratio accordingly. Now we can go for componendo dividendo. If I am going for componendo dividendo, this numerator plus denominator upon numerator minus denominator would be looking like A1 plus A2 upon A1 minus A2 would be equal to X plus Y upon X minus Y. And if I square it, then it would be equal to I max upon I minimum, right? And on squaring RHS, LHS would be looking like I max upon I minimum would be equal to X plus Y the whole square upon X minus Y the whole square. This is what is I max upon I minimum. Now, if I expand this thing, it would look like X square plus Y square plus 2XY upon X square plus Y square minus 2XY. This is what is I max upon I minimum is. Now, go for componendo dividendo again. And by adding numerators and denominator and by subtracting numerator by denominator, the remaining thing is 2x square plus 2y square upon 4xy. Now, this is what is I max plus I minimum upon I max minus I minimum is. But the required thing is invert of it. So do invertendo. On inverting this, it would look like the reciprocal of this, right, in the same format. You can see we have took out 2 common and we have cancelled this, right? So this is our answer. I max minus I minimum upon I max plus I minimum equals to 2xy the whole upon x square plus y square. This was your second numerical, guys. The third one. The third one is like two sources are having intensities in the ratio 9:1. Now once they are having intensities in the ratio 9:1, you need to find out what is the ratio of maximum to the minimum intensity. Now, let us write down given data. In given, we will be writing I1 upon I2 is 9/1. To find would be I max upon I minimum. And the formula would be nothing but I max upon I minimum is nothing but A1 plus A to the whole square upon A1 minus A to the whole square. Right? If this is a formula, what would be the solution? the solution would be starting from this given data, that is I1 upon I2 is 9 by 1. But we know I1 upon I2 is A1 square upon A2 square, and this thing would be equal to 9:1. Now I can do square root. I can take square root. Taking square roots on both sides. A1 upon A2 would be like 3 by 1. Now to componendo dividendo, it would be going like A1 plus A2 the whole upon A1 minus A2. It would be like 3 plus 1 upon 3 minus 1, that is 4 by 2, that is 2 by 1, right? Now this is what is amplitude ratio is. If I square them, they would be looking like 4:1, and this is nothing but the formula for I max by I minimum, right guys? So I can say I max upon I minimum would be nothing but A1 plus A2 the whole square upon A1 minus A2 the whole square is nothing but 4:1. So this was what asked in our numerical, and that's it for this module. Thank you.